Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've clicked on today's video, chances are you're petite like me, and I wanted to share in today's video what to look for in your clothing so that they'll best accentuate our petite features. I often say that it's not so much we want to look very tall, but rather we are trying to take clothing pieces that were designed for average height women or taller and make them work for our petite stature. So what this means is that we need to know what to look for, and we need to know the right styling tricks to make sure the clothing looks the very best on us. So I'll be sharing with you lots of petite friendly outfits, as well as what details to look out for in your clothing for spring and summer. This video is part of an ongoing series I'm doing with Petite Studio, and I'm so happy to be bringing you this one for spring-summer. If you don't know Petite Studio, they're a New York-based brand designing clothes specifically for petite women, so everything just fits perfect. Everything in today's video, no matter what brand I'm sharing, is petite friendly, so if anything catches your eye, everything will be linked down below as well. Spring-summer styling is usually amazing for petites because we just tend to look better in lighter weight fabrics that have drape. So if you're choosing pieces for your spring-summer wardrobe, look out for pieces that just feel a little bit more light. The fabrics are a little bit more delicate and/or they have very good drape, giving them this softer, lighter feel. A lot of models or very tall, chic, minimalist girls wear this combination of a structured shirt, whether that's denim or just a cotton poplin shirt, with some long trousers. What I find for myself is that while I can wear it, it doesn't really accentuate my features, whereas going for slightly softer fabrics will do that. One of the swaps I would make is that instead of going for this more rigid denim shirt, I would do a lighter cotton blouse. This blouse combined with silk skirts is just the most flowing, draped, soft outfit, and I think it's a lot more petite friendly than the first. This blouse I'm wearing, styled with these navy trousers, is also a very flattering outfit for petites. This beautiful blouse I'm wearing is from Cezanne, so it's got a certain structure to it, but I still think it looks very light and delicate. So combining that with these flowy silk trousers, I think is a perfect outfit for anyone petite. I also want to show you this outfit with a cotton top and then some cotton trousers. So you can see these trousers have a little bit of structure to them, but they're not as structured as a very thick cotton would be. Within what is practical for your lifestyle and the climate, I would simply choose a lighter option of two. I'm someone who loves playing with silhouettes in my outfit, so I'll always have something very draped, light looking, and I'll often pair it with something more medium weight to create contrast. This is for stylistic reasons where even though we're petite, we want to dress for our body type, it's also just as important that we love our outfit, and this is my balance here. For petite women, I think this is one of the most important things to consider: how clothing fits on the neck and how it defines the shoulder and upper body. Petites, in my opinion, look their best either in a higher neckline or in a neckline that is lower but still defined and fitted. What I feel like can look overwhelming is this, where we've got a very low neckline and it's very loose, undefined around the shoulders. What this means is that our frame gets lost in this silhouette, so it doesn't really accentuate anything. This honors the frame and I find it very flattering. For my next tip, I want to talk about how petites look their very best when there's enough detail on the top half of our body. As a petite girl myself, one of the issues I run into when I wear clothing not designed for me is that I often feel dragged down and I feel like the visual weight is all at the bottom. So what I want to do instead is to move the visual weight upwards, because this just creates more lift. It creates the illusion of more elongation, and it just creates more balance as well between the bottom and the top half. Sometimes when I'm wearing like a very low V or a very open neckline, it kind of draws the eye downwards, and what I want to do is to bring more attention up. So I often pair that with some necklaces or a big earring, so there's enough detail here to bring the eye back upwards. Today I'm showing you very everyday outfits, so the difference is not as noticeable, but trust me, if you're ever wearing a more voluminous skirt, bigger trousers, or anything heavy on the bottom, balancing it with something larger in your earrings or necklace will completely transform the look and make it so much more petite friendly. These earrings I'm wearing here from Majuri, I'll link them down below. They're one of my favorite go-to statement pieces, And then I also have some more subtle versions in my collection for the everyday. Let's try on some of the Petite Studio pieces in their spring-summer collection. They're currently doing 25% off for their Memorial Day sale. So I'll be linking to these items down below if there's anything you'd like to check out. And I'll also have my size recommendation for each of the pieces down below. Out of everything I'm trying today, my number one favorite piece are these cotton trousers. The first thing I love about these pants is the closure. So not only does it thread through in a really interesting way, it's got those two buttons. I love that so much because there are times of month where I feel like I need my pants to be a bit looser. Other times I can definitely go a bit tighter, and this just gives me that flexibility. It's also got the elastic at the back, making these super comfortable. It's a light to medium weight cotton material, and as I'm holding it up to the sun, it's not see-through. The final thing I love is that on the leg of the trouser, you've got those buttons again, so you can wear it slightly wider like I am here, or you can do the buttons so that it tapers in a little bit more. I think this is such a smart design, and I love this detail. For anyone who loves fitted little tank tops, there is the sweetest one here from Petite Studio. I love all the details on it. So from the ribbing to the lace details, to that very rounded neckline, as well as the tie back. I adore how many intricate details there are to this top, and it makes it feel very special. I also feel like the fitted design is very flattering, and it sits very well on the body. The designs at Petite Studio are just very sweet, very feminine. So in this outfit, I'm wearing this light blue gingham blouse with the ruffle sleeves, and if you love this print, it also comes in this mini dress. I think both of these are just so spring and summer-like, and it just makes me think of going to a very cute picnic at the park or at the beach. If you like a little bit more contrast in your color palette, or maybe the pastel shades are not for you, it also comes in black and white gingham, which is such a classic. This one's a midi length, lots of little ruffle accents, details, and I love the design of the back as well, where it's got these buttons and a slight cutout. All of the dresses I'm showing you has pockets, by the way, every single one, and that's a detail I love so much. I saved my two favorite dresses for the very end. I really love how classic and timeless this white dress is, because you can accessorize this in so many different ways, different handbags, shoes, and jewelry. I love that the skirt has this bubble design. It's a very unique silhouette, and it's very reminiscent of the skirt I used to love that I had when I was younger. My absolute favorite dress is this one because I adore all the details. So it's got the regular strap, but it's also got a halter neck strap, giving it a double strap look. It adds that nice detail to the upper body, which I was talking about earlier. I also love all the floral details at the top, and they feel very spring, summer-like. No matter your height, I don't think this dress will be overwhelming. It will either fall the way it is on me, or maybe it'll fall a little bit longer, but either way, I think it'll be super flattering because you'll always be able to see a little ankle. I think this dress is just so perfect for petites because of all the small, intricate details, and then it's not too overwhelming. I will wear it alone, I think, most of the time, but of course, it also looks really nice layered underneath a cardigan as well. There are so many great pieces from Petite Studio this season, but if I had to narrow it down to my top 3, it would be the trousers. That's definitely first place. I also love the little white tank top because of the shape. You do need to wear that with a strapless for the straps to be completely hidden. And then I love the final dress with the floral details. I think it's so pretty and so well designed. You can use my link to browse the site, and they are doing their 25% off right now until the 31st. Thank you to Petite Studio for working with me here, and let's get back to the video. Another tip I have for petite women to find their best pieces is to look for rounded shapes as opposed to things that are too angular. So where am I getting this tip from? A lot of the things I've learned is based off the Kibbe body type system, where most petites will fall into the romantic or the gamine category. And what this system is basically about is, I think, angularity, your yin and yang balance, and wearing the clothes that reflect our personal balance. From this system, while petites can have varying levels of angularity, most of us will benefit from having some of these softer, rounded silhouettes as opposed to a whole outfit of angular, structured pieces. When I say rounded, I'm often thinking about necklines. So both of these necklines are very soft and rounded as opposed to very angular, like a deep V. The sleeves on this blouse I'm wearing is more rounded. It kind of puffs up a little bit before tapering in, as opposed opposed to a very straight cut sleeve. In blazers and jackets, it becomes really obvious. Going for something that fits well but is softer, as opposed to a very dramatic shoulder line, is going to feel more natural. Let's take a look at our bottoms now and decide what is the most flattering hem length. There are basically two ways I like to go about this, and it kind of covers most pants. One thing that is definitely flattering on petite is a full length pant. So when it just kind of skims the floor, it's at that length where it's still practical to wear and it's not like, you know, cleaning the floor of the city street, but it's making our leg look as long as it can possibly look, especially when you combine that with a high rise. Make sure you have your pants hemmed with your everyday shoe on. So if you always wear a flat or you always wear a small heel, try to wear that shoe when you go and get your pants hemmed, or when you pin to hem it yourself. And then this one's a bit more controversial because some people hate it, some people love it, but I also like a pant that ends at my ankle, at the smallest point of my ankle, kind of towards the bottom. The length of this one is quite precise, where if it's too short and it kind of hits like calf length, that is very unflattering because it cuts off my leg. The reason I like this length goes back to the kibbe body type system, where we just tend to look the most natural in clothing that mimics our bone structure. I do really see the point of this one, where when I'm wearing shorter tops with shorter pants, it does look very natural on my frame. Whereas with the longer pants, I think it's more elongating, but we are working slightly against our most natural lines. In my opinion, there's no need to decide between the ankle or the full length. So it genuinely is about having options here so that we can match the pant to the rest of the outfit and wear that outfit in the best way. Both of these pants, the short and the long, are from Petite Studio. I've been wearing these long fluid pants a lot in my wardrobe over the last few months. If you're 5'3", you don't need to tailor these, but if you are shorter than 5'3", you might need to have these hemmed slightly. For dresses, I think petites look their best in shorter dresses or a midi dress. And I find sometimes a maxi, especially when it doesn't show the ankle, can become a little bit overwhelming. And then my personal two favorites would be a longer midi dress where it hits at the ankle. This means that I get maximum length in my outfit, and because we have the ankles showing, it still has a bit of definition throughout the body. Or I like a dress where it hits a little bit shorter, so well above the knee. And the reason for this is that it's creating that 2/3 silhouette that we often hear about. And I always find it to make my legs look a lot longer compared to a skirt just above the knee. This is completely a personal choice thing, because it's so important to wear what you feel comfortable in. That is always going to look better. But when it comes to illusions, I find the shorter one more flattering. This black and white floral dress with a tie is the short pippa dress. This one is so petite friendly because it does fall on the shorter side. I would say if you are 5 foot, 5'1", 5'2", it actually hits really perfect. And even at 5'3", it's starting to get a little short. So for my petite girls, I think this dress is perfect. And it also has waist definition, which is so flattering for petites. And then another dress style I do like is this one, which is more of your midi maxi length. This one still shows my ankle and it's very well fitting along my shoulders. So even though there's no waist definition, because we have some points defined, I still like this dress for a more casual, relaxed vibe. This red dress is my absolute favorite right now. I got it in the Christy Dawn birthday sale, and it's just a color that is perfect. This is as long as I would go, and ideally, it would maybe be 1 or 2 centimeters shorter. That would make it even more perfect. Next up, I want to share this style tip with you that I think combines a lot of what we've been talking about in this video, which is styling long and short pieces together. So as I said before, long pieces, they elongate. But if we have too many of these, this is what happens. We are completely drowning in this outfit. So what I would do with these pants instead is that I'll always pair it with shorter pieces on top, or at least tuck the top into the pants. Now we're working with short and long, as opposed to an outfit full of long pieces. A lot of it comes down to accessorizing, and I want to tie in some of the accessory tips I've mentioned. So with my handbag, I like to shorten the straps of the handbag so that it either hits me around the waist or it hits under the arm. So the reason for this is that it brings the eye upwards again and it rebalances that longer silhouette by pairing it with a shorter handbag style. If the handbag strap was really long, it has an effect to drag the outfit down, so we want to keep it shorter. Something reoccurring you've probably noticed in today's video is that I really love small details. Small details work so well with a petite frame because obviously they don't overwhelm us like a big print or big detail might. I also love that it draws attention to define different areas of the body as well. For example, a little ruffle on the neckline or sleeve, or having buttons that just defines the frame. It's also a great way to obviously just accessorize an outfit and make it feel more stylish in the styling. When it comes to small details, I love applying this to prints. For my prints, I always choose small to medium prints as opposed to large. So we've got the black dress, which has these tiny florals on it, and then we've got the red dress, which is more of a small to medium print, and both of these, in my opinion, feel flattering. For this tip, something that we might not think about are details like collars and ruffles and necklines. I love going for a shirt with a small collar. There is something about the smaller collar design that just makes it feel like it was designed for our shape in mind. Suzanne do these really great shirts where the collar is really small, and I always find those so flattering. And then with ruffles, instead of going for these very big ones, I like to go for smaller, daintier ruffles that feel like they accent the frame without overwhelming it. I love to go smaller in details because I feel like this is how it was designed to look for someone taller. Small details give me the intended look, whereas going for the larger details can sometimes look like they are off on me or like they were designed for someone else. You can't watch a petite video without talking about waist definition and going for cropped pieces. Recently, I've been taking this cropped silhouette to new heights, and I've been experimenting with very short tops that are shorter than usual and then going for a longer bottom to contrast the shapes. I love the look of these very cropped pieces, and I definitely feel like it makes my legs look longer, my torso shorter. In some of my videos, I've had recommendations of not going so cropped on my top because I have a shorter torso. But the thing is, I actually don't have a short torso, I have a fairly long torso. I used to do ballet and I would have to size up so many sizes for my leotard for it to fit my length. But it's simply that I like to use this illusion in my outfits so it looks like I have a short torso when I actually do not have a short torso. I definitely think this trick makes me look taller, and I like the proportions it creates. If you enjoyed today's video or got a little bit of style inspo or heard something helpful, I would love it if you would like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. I make weekly videos and I feel like almost all of my outfits are petite friendly, so stick around if you'd like to see more. Have a lovely rest of the week and I'll see you this weekend for a new video. Bye!